Hey y'all. When you are in pain, it really does cloud your judgment. Don't be deceived. I had an encounter with God where God gave me both a warning and a promise, and I did everything I could to avoid it because I did not want to have to go through that pain. It didn't make sense to me how a promise could happen if I had to go through all of the turmoil that would come from the thing that God warned me about. Moving on, after it happened, I found myself in a position where I would go into multiple spaces, um, but just and not to be seen by people, because if anybody truly knows me, I'm not that girl that likes to be in crowds. I wasn't popular in high school, and even in college I stayed to myself. Even now, like, I keep to myself. But I say that to say, like, I was like very you have to be very vigilant, because when you go into spaces, especially like if you're a Christian, you can be deceived into thinking that going to a church is going to help you heal. But your number one priority when you are hurting, it's you. And you don't need to surround yourself with people before staying in the presence of God so that you can heal. Because what would happen to you, and this is my testimony, you will go into spaces thinking that you're going to be healed, having encounter after encounter with God. And I cannot deny that I did have so many encounters with the Lord, y'all. It was beautiful, so I have no regrets. But also, I had a lot of encounters with the enemy. When you are in pain, you are vulnerable, and you might share parts of your testimony. And once it's out there, it's out there. And once it's out there, it spreads. And once it spreads, it can become something that you never meant for it to become. And long story short, there will be a multitude of ways that people will add to the pain that you're already experiencing. There will be separation of family, friends, and it might even be you and your husband. The enemy indeed wants to kill you. He wants to sift you like wheat, and that's the word of God, y'all. So I always encourage people to spend time by yourself. They say the enemy pulls you into isolation because he doesn't want you in community, and I am here to tell you, you can find yourself isolated in community, where you're in a room full of people that are not your people, that are waiting for the perfect opportunity to cross you. This is not your motivational Christian talk TikTok. This is the real deal. Spiritual warfare will take you out if you are not discerning. So just be mindful to focus on yourself, to focus on your relationship with the Lord. Do not look around. Look up, because you deserve to heal.